Good day all, welcome back to Cruisin Classics YouTube channel. Today we have a very cool 1929 Ford Model A Phaeton. You don't see these Phaetons too often. They only accounted about 3% of US production of Model A's back in 1929. Phaeton is a reference to a four-wheel horse-drawn carriage with an open top that was popular back at the turn of the 18th to 19th century. And when the top is down on this one, it is just a big open carriage. No horse though, just an engine up front. And a nice looking color scheme on this particular car. Gray body, black fenders, and a nice green accent. It kind of flows down here with a white pinstripe, comes up and then flows on back around. Paint is just driver quality. I'll point out some of the small imperfections in it as we go around the car. You see up front, we've got a bright chrome shroud around the radiator, and in the front of it here has been mounted this stone guard, which is really nice. It looks bright, it's pretty. It's got the little cutout for the Ford logo. Down here you can see in 1970 this was a first place winner at a car competition. Won a little badge for it. I would note that the chrome could use a little bit better shine on both the headlights and on the radiator shroud. Perhaps polishing it up might do that. It does look a titch on the hazy side. Atop the radiator here we have the Flying Quail in excellent condition. Looks really nice. You can see behind it here a little bit of paint cracking going on the hood. Chrome front bumper with a Ford logo on the flag holder for parades. And all in all, front bumper looks nice. You can see there is a horn affixed underneath of the light bar here. That does work. You can see there's some light scratching here on the fenders. So again, driver quality paint. A little bit more paint issues down here. Has this old Lincoln Highway badge, kind of a decal on it right here. Starting to peel off, but it does look cool. You can see a little scratch in the paint right here. This is when somebody must have shut the hood incorrectly and gouged it. Gas fill up here. It is gravity fed, so it just drips on down into the carburetor straight from there. There is a fuel pepcock inside that you have to open up. Front windshield actually lifts out. Isn't that cool? That can be tightened and loosened with one of these on either side. But when the top's down and the window does that, it is a real open air vehicle. Very cool. Somebody has affixed stickers. This is not etching, this is stickers to the wing windows. And they've also put a side mirror and a couple of fisheye mirrors, one on this side. You can see one on the other over there. The hood does lift up on each side with folding doors. I'll show you what that looks like when we get to that point. Wheel and tire treatment on the car is just fantastic. We've got these black wire spoke wheels with bright Ford logo center caps. Wide white wall 4-ply polyester tires from Leicester Tire Company, and a full spare on the back too that you'll see in a moment. Running boards are nice and solid. Got those Ford step plates on there. And that is mirrored on the other side too. Same thing over there. There is a little bit of scratching up here in the paint where the convertible top goes down. When the top's down, there is a boot for it, a boot cover that covers it up. And the top is in excellent shape. I'm going to stand on the running board here and show you. I mean, it's a good looking top. We also have side curtains for it. I'll actually turn around and show you what all we've got here. There is a cool old shift knob. Right now there's just a black one in there. You can see nice looking side curtains. Here's a couple of pictures of Bob Hope in this car at an event quite some time ago here in Columbus, Ohio. There is the boot cover. There's more windows in the box down underneath. Over here we've got an old water pump. In this box there's a new water pump. I believe that's an old generator in that box. These things all come with the car. And you'll see in our photo array what it looks like with the top down and what it looks like with those side curtains on there. It definitely does make it a more drivable car if it happens to be rainy outside. I wouldn't drive this car in the rain though myself. It's an open air fun car. Coming around the back, you'll see that that green trim continues. It rounds the whole top, runs the whole line of the cabin. A singular, singular tail light, only on the driver's side. It's a duo lamp. Little bumperettes, and the reason they put bumperettes here is so they can frame out the ability to get to your spare tire. And you can see it's exactly the same as the ones that are on the car. And we've got this fold down luggage rack here. I'll show you underneath of it. It has nice wood slats on it. Chrome finish looks good on it. And it's got this impressive storage chest on the back. But there are locks on these, and we do not have a key. When the car came to us, there was no key for it. Previous owner does not know where a key is. We've tried to pick the locks unsuccessfully with a paper clip. We don't know what to recommend there. You probably have to just break the locks in order to be able to use it. But it looks like a brand new chest. It'd be a shame to let it go to waste. On this side of the car, we've got the same issue as on the other side with scratching here. See, you've got step plates like I mentioned on this side of the car. And now that we are back up front, I am going to pause briefly. I'm going to get both sides of this hood open and we're going to take a look. Here we are back with the 1929 Ford Model A Phaeton. We've got the engine bay open. You can see right on through there. Doors are on little props. See, there's a little prop right there. Those just flip out and hold it. You can see our old Ford patent stamp. And what we've got here is a 200.5 cubic inch inline 4-cylinder, and it is a whopping 40 horsepower, which back in 1929 was something to speak of. Now, not so much. Everything looks pretty original in here. Maybe a couple replacement parts. You can see there is a new water pump on there. Let's take a peek at it from the other side. This 4-cylinder is mated up to a 3-speed non-synchronized manual transmission. Shifts just like a regular car. H pattern, works really easy. It's a surprisingly easy car to drive. The steering wheel takes a little getting used to because it's so big, but other than that, an easy car to drive. It has been converted to 12 volt. You'll see it has a new battery up here mounted on the firewall of the driver's side. Pretty simplistic. Brakes are mechanical drums on all 4 corners, no power steering, no air conditioning, obviously. Just put the top down, open up the windshield, and there's air conditioning. Interior's nice. All done in the same black vinyl material. Seats and door cards and side panels, all done in that exact same material. And you can see we've got seat belts in the front and seat belts in the back. A nice add-on for this. Certainly it didn't come with seat belts back in the day. We've got a homemade storage box here. Cup holder, storage box. It is screwed to the floor, as is this cup holder storage caddy, also screwed down to the floor. You see, we've got real nice mats here, made out of like a thick rubber or vinyl. And those look really good, front and back. Here, I'll open the back door so you can get a look at it too. I like the little design on it. I like the way it's framed out with flat areas. It's pretty. You can also see that it's a metal back to the seat. That was a 1920s kind of thing they did with cars. It uses giant steering wheel to pull us inside. These are not huge cars inside. The Phaeton does make it seem bigger because, well, the top and lack of windows. The steering wheel is almost 18 inches across. It is massive. Big 4-spoke OEM. It is wrapped in vinyl, which is actually quite nice because otherwise the steering wheel is hard and it can get slippery on a hot day. Couple things to note here. This switch turns the lights on and off. Lights on, lights off. This is a spark advance and this is a throttle. So you can use your foot, but you can also use a hand to raise the throttle. I'd recommend using your foot. Dash is painted and it's uncomplicated, as you might imagine. This is what you got for a cluster. On the left, ignition, down low, speedometer, odometer, trip odometer, a battery gauge, which does not work, and a fuel gauge, which is probably not the most reliable you've ever seen. This is a light. The light does work. Over here on the column, you'll see that it does have an added, I'll try and get a better shot of it, an added water temp gauge here. There we go. From Rexaco. I don't know how well that works. I imagine somebody put it on here with all the right reasons. I haven't really tried to overheat the car. I haven't driven it on a hot day and, you know, at full speed for any amount of time, so I couldn't speak to that. Some things going on under the dash. This is a choke and gas regulator. A little button on top turns and changes the air-fuel ratio, and if you pull it out, it's a choke. Under here, this is that pepcock that gets you gas. I'm gonna go ahead and open that up so we'll have some gas and we can start it in a second here. There's the e-brake. There's our shifter for that 3-speed. And it does have a foot start on this particular car. That button up there is to start it. And then over here, you got your accelerator. So you see accelerator button, start button. I'm gonna go ahead and push in the clutch, get out the key. And this car has been in our warm showroom overnight, so it should be nice and ready to start. It usually starts without much trouble at all. Let's give it a whirl and see how we do today. Just that easy. Seems a little cold, so what I'll do is use my accelerator here. We'll let it warm up for just a second. Horn does work. Love that. I'm gonna turn the lights on. I'll show you that those work. Purring right away there. And in the back, our tail light. Shut those lights off. Man, what a great running car. Unbelievable. And at this age, 90 plus years old, 1929 Ford Model A Phaeton. Kind of a rare car, definitely a cool car. And it's turnkey, as you can see. You hop in, turn the key, hit that start button with your foot, and off you go. Great for cruising down country roads, taking the grandkids to go get ice cream, going to a car show, just tooling around the neighborhood. What a fun car this is. Folks, if you've got any questions about this 29 Model A Phaeton, give us a call. Here in Columbus at Cruisin Classics, our number is 614-276-7355. Happy to answer any questions about this car. Get your quotes to ship it from our garage to your garage in an enclosed carrier. And we've got companies that can help you out with financing on these older vehicles. Again, at Cruisin Classics, 614-276-7355. Hit the link below, go to our website, check out the full description, the photos with the side curtains, with the top down. undercarriage pictures. It's all there. We appreciate you joining us today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll be back again tomorrow with something else cool.